Marcia is in Minnesota. Hey, Marcia, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. How can I help?
Well, I'm 41 years old. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's at age 30 and didn't think I was going to survive much longer mentally. But 2 years ago, I got deep brain stimulation, so I feel motivated to get control again.
Good.
And I've got two boys. One's a senior this year, and my other one's 12. And I want to not be a burden. That's my main goal to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not in any school debt or anything. I've got two car loans that one of them I kind of regret. But my total debt is, with the house, it's 134, and with my cars, it's 12 and 14, two different cars. And so
you're a single mom. Why do you have two car debts?
Well, my second kid, my oldest one, he drives to work.
Oh, so you went in debt to buy a teenager a car?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had originally bought with cash, but it fell apart, and so I tried the used car approach.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, that was one of my stupids.
Gotcha. Okay. So what do you make a year?
I'm on disability, so I get $3,600 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that covers all my bills, but I've got 1,000 in savings.
Mm-hmm.
So roughly it's $44,000 a year.
Okay. All right. Good. How much did you say you have in savings?
1,000.
Oh, you have your 1,000, so you're getting started. Okay. And you have the two car debts. Okay. And your question is about not being a burden to them?
Yeah, and I want to put my kids through school. So I just don't. I've listened to your podcast about not going into student loan debt. So
okay, well, they don't need to go into student loan debt for sure.
Yeah, and I don't have any student loan debt either, since I was able to get grants and scholarships.
So your oldest one is a senior?
Yeah.
What is he thinking of going to college next year?
He wants to go. I told him to go to secondary college, like nearby, so he can live at home.
Like a community college?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he wants to go for nursing, but I just don't see him doing that. He's very smart mathematically, so I told him to work on his generals first, but
okay, here's the best way to do that. Let's begin with a goal in mind and then flesh out every single detail of the goal, and then you know what you have to do to hit the goal, okay? And so let's say he had a goal of getting a degree from a 4-year school. He's going to do 2 of the years at a community college because it's cheaper, and then he's going to go to an in-state state school, which will be the cheapest, preferably one near you, and can live at home all 4 years that way and complete. Now, you would want to make sure that whatever community college and field of study he picks there will match up with the degree he's wanting to go and transfer those credits over into the next college, right? So you don't want to go take a bunch of stuff at community college and it not match up towards his 4-year degree where he's going to transfer to. So you can find all of that out now. You just do the research. It doesn't cost anything. You get in touch with the local state school, find out which community colleges match up with them the best, and then go to those community colleges. Make sure you take the exact classes that do the exact transfer, so that they count for your basics. Your core stuff, your core curriculum stuff should transfer, but not if you take a bunch of weird stuff, and not if it's from a school that's not recognized by the school that you want to transfer to. So you've got to do some work here. The other piece you'll get from this is you'll figure out what it costs to go to the in-state school in your area, the 4-year school, and what it costs to go to the community college. Now we have a financial goal that we need to work towards. How are we going to get that money to do that? In your all's case, with you on disability, as a single mom with 2 boys making $40,000 a year on disability income only, they probably are going to qualify for Pell Grants. And Pell Grants,
where do I start looking?
Yeah, Pell Grants are for, they're for folks with income issues. And I think the fact that you're on disability is probably going to qualify them for that. So let's look at Pell Grants, and you fill out a thing called the FAFSA, the FAFSA. I can never remember the initials, but It's the federal paperwork. Now be very, very careful that none of these people lead you into a loan, because some of them do grant sounding things that sound like a grant and they're actually a loan. But you're looking for a Pell Grant. Remember that phrase. And so you need to go to both schools. You need to make sure the curriculums line up. You need to get your costs involved. You need to find out about Pell Grants. It's possible he could do 4 years. Is there a 4-year college near you?
There's 2 forms of nursing. If you want to go for nursing, it's 2-year. It's associates and 4 years. And
no, I said, is there a 4-year college near you that's in state?
Yeah, there's Minnesota,
okay.
U of M.
That he could live at home?
Yes.
Okay. You may be able to just pay for all of that, and he may be able to go there the whole time with the Pell Grants. Pell Grants may cover it.
And so where do I find these Pell Grants? Where do I start?
You go to FAFSA, and you start researching Pell Grants online, and you fill out his FAFSA. And you need to start talking to the schools in the area, and they'll help you. They'll have guidance people there. But in no case do you need to get a loan. Under no circumstances. And I'm going to send you a copy of Anthony's book today, Debt Free Degree, and you read it, and your senior reads it by Monday. And you get started on this now. You're late. You should have already been working on this. He's halfway through his senior year. And so you got to get moving here. And you're going to have to, it's all about planning, and it's all about details. That's what keeps people out of debt, is setting the goals that are realistic and funding them then. And it's all about that. And download that podcast, and both of you listen to it, the Borrowed Future podcast. Again, the 3rd episode drops on Monday, but the first 2 episodes are out there. And both you and him need to listen to that. You guys need to get on the same page, and you need to have a lot of talks about his future. And so what it amounts to is what you can't give him in money, you can give him in coaching and direction and motherly motivation. And you can give him all of that, and he won't have to have student loans. He needs to go take his SAT, ACT, and then if he doesn't do fabulously on it, he'll need to take it again, because most of these places super score. They use the best scores out of each category from the various tests that you've taken. And so you need to go back through and do that over and over and over again. This is very, very possible in your situation that this young man can go to school without a student loan. Do not take out a student loan. It's all about the planning. It's all about the detailing. And it's all about pushing through. And this book will show you exactly how to do it. It's written for you. You're who Anthony wrote this book for. And so I'll send you a copy of it, Debt Free Degree, the step-by-step guide to getting your kids' education without student loans. Folks, it's just really possible. So here, let me kind of walk you guys through it that are listening out there. Let's say he gets no Pell Grants. Let's say she doesn't qualify. I think she does, but let's say she doesn't. Can a senior still get there? Yeah, if he's living at home, the in-state tuition with a typical in-state school today is right around $10,000 a year. $10,000 a year is $833 a month. You deliver pizzas 4, 5, 6 nights a week in the rich neighborhood, not the poor neighborhood, you're going to make $1,500 a month delivering pizzas. You need $833 a month. And in the summer, when you're not in school, you work a 40-hour job plus deliver pizzas at night, and you pile up some cash to make sure you get through school. What, you want little Johnny to work? Yes, I want little Johnny to work. Most of us that went to college worked while we were in college. It's hard to find an individual that didn't work while they were in college. Most people did. This is the first generation that is calling this child abuse. It's ridiculous. This young man can go to school debt-free. See, somebody's just got to say it out loud a lot, and we can end this student loan mess. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.